Hey everybody, good news. Quick update. We're now working with one engineering team in particular. I'm going to introduce you guys to that team. I'm actually going to bring them on, I hope, soon for an interview. It's called the Zero Point Energy Project Group. This is actually the team that provided level one with the SEJCA files. So the SEJCA files are all those documents that were previously confiscated, all of the patents, all the technical drawings, everything to do with free energy, new energy devices, technologies, zero point, anti-gravity. Gosh, there's so much stuff in there. The new blog post putting up today or tomorrow, is actually an overview by John Bedini about how he got those documents for the Sechka files, how he gathered those documents from who John Sechka is. It's really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see the website of this group, and we'll go from there. So yeah, this is obviously our website here, and as part of our promise right now, and what we're doing for the year is a $35 membership donations for the entire year. So this isn't going to last very long. This is really just to help get the word out there, help to promote the incubator and raise awareness and educate people. I love everybody's questions and how everybody engages, but we definitely have a long way to go. We still need to get a much more membership before we can start contributing in a significant way to some of these prototype developments. And without further ado, this is the ZPE Project Group. So they're the ones we're going to be working with to do this first device iteration. They've got three that they're looking at right now, three that they're focused on right now. This is the group that are all CE5 members and have they're not a Dr. Stephen Greer ZPE group. They are a CE5 ZPE group, and they have access to Dr. Greer and his resources, and that's how obviously they obtain the Sechka files. They're fairly sophisticated in the planning of these projects. There's quite a few members. I think they're getting close to 100. They've got a lot of groups that are involved in investigating these things, everything from consciousness and contact group to obviously the engineering design to the promulgation, which is what we're a member of. So we're officially a member of the group now, and we are supporting them with promulgation and funding. A lot of really cool stuff happening, and I will be posting more information on what the device that we're looking at right now is. What I can share with you guys is that this particular device that we're focusing on now is a solid state device. And so if I look here, let's see here. So there's different categories of devices that you can consider to do this kind of work. And the one that we're focusing on right now that we could, if I handed them a check for anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, they would be able to start this today, tomorrow, this week. In other words, immediately. And this is what this particular device would do. Now, as to how they're able to do it and all these things, I can share in comments and in the inside the member area. So obviously I have talked to them and we've covered that in length. So I can share with you guys that as well. A lot of this is the intention is to get the word out there of what's happening, get the funding together, start either acquiring existing devices and or acquiring / building devices that had begun or are already in existence or were developed but never got out, and build these, get them out there, test them, and present to the world. So that's kind of the way this is going to work. And once it's presented to the world, then we'll be able to start working on a production prototype of this technology, something that would be able to plug into your home or something that would be able to plug into your car, your RV. That's the initial idea, something that can do 15 to 50 kilowatts. So again, you can see here what a solid state device looks like. What are the characteristics? No moving parts, an approach specific electronic circuit board to convert 0 point energy to usable electricity. Okay, here's the interesting stuff here. A core element that initially accessed the quantum vacuum includes, for example, one or more crystals to establish critical resonance, antenna of some sort, EMF transient circuit using usually creating very narrow high voltage spikes and so on. This does not generate any heat in the device temperature. No heat's produced. It'll generate DC that can be converted to AC and so on. So this is a general overview of this technology. Something else I could share is that the way they're able to do this, and then I'm speaking to people that don't think this is all a bunch of pseudoscience. If those people are listening, I welcome you to ask questions and or join our incubator and see actual published patents and articles, and some articles not published that have been reviewed and assessed and documented to generate electricity using this type of approach. But I am speaking directly to people that this isn't something relevant and something new, right? I'm speaking right now to people that have heard of this, are familiar of this technology, are familiar of the suppression, are familiar of inventors that have been suppressed, devices confiscated. I'm talking to you right now. So how does this technology, how can we replicate this? There are things that are changing in the state of affairs in the world. As I share this with you guys, in terms of a shift or transition from the paradigm that we have been living into a new paradigm, one where the powers that be are starting to recognize that the status quo isn't going to persist much longer. And so there are people in these organizations that now are allowing some of these engineers, and there's a specific engineer that's working on this project that has worked and developed this technology for private groups in the past, that is now allowed to develop this technology with this group. That's how this is happening right now. So that's all I will share right now, but we are trying to, and our objective is to raise between $50,000 to $100,000 within the next 3 months. I believe we can do it. I have no idea how we're going to do it. If anybody out there is an expert at this kind of stuff or knows big influencers or people that have huge curated email lists that would like to partner with our incubator and promote the incubator, promote the disclosure and the sharing of this information, and through our members having access to all the data, having it curated, having experts on board and interviewed, having a week by week update of the development of these technologies, having direct access to the blueprint of these technologies as they're being tested and prepared for essentially dissemination, having access to the final blueprints, the final schematics once it is tested and ready for production. That is what our members get. And so if you find that valuable to you, right now we're only asking $35 for the year because we're still in the ramp up phase. We're just trying to get the word out there on the incubator. I foresee that probably doubling, if not more, by the end of this month. So again, I ask for your help. I ask for anybody that's done this kind of work before to feel free to reach out. And again, it's a pleasure and an honor to be able to share this information and be of support to everyone out there. I'll see you guys inside the incubator.